Yo, it's Black Balloon coming back with another video, man. Look, this video was requested. And look, I said in the video that I was gonna start remembering the channel names that request videos, and once again, I've forgotten. But if you see this video is for you. And today, we're gonna be talking about the Marine Kingdom and the Marine spirits, right? So if you've never heard of the Marine Kingdom, this will be a pretty good video for you. And if you have, I'll just maybe I can give you a new perspective, or just something you might not have heard before. So to kind of like start it off, basically, the Marine Kingdom is one of three kingdoms of Satan, right? You know, they reside in the ocean. You have it's one of three. So you have land, you have air, and you have water. The Marine Kingdom is an ocean. These spirits can reside in any body of water. It doesn't have to be the ocean. It can be a lake. It can be a river, or whatever. It can be any body of water, and they consider themselves to be like the top, you know, um, demonic kingdom, basically, because they influence almost everything in our lives. They try to. All they do is just like any other, like, really demonic spirits. They go around and they try to host bodies so they can influence you, basically, for their own goal, their own agenda against humanity. That's basically what it is, right? And so you'll be surprised at what some of these spirits manipulate us to do every day in our lives, because I've talked about a bunch of different things that we're manipulated by when it comes to spirits. And all of those things that I've touched on, as far as people being energy vampires, and men and women having the Jezebel spirit and the succubus spirit, and just damn near whatever spirit you can think of, the spirit of perversion, anything, almost, they come from the Marine Kingdom. That's why they consider themselves to be like, the highest of the three kingdoms, because they try and manipulate everything, um, especially a lot with women, with men as well. Don't get me wrong, but they really try and to manipulate the females. They really do. So basically, this will be kind of just a little breakdown of how those spirits work. And you'll be kind of surprised, bro. I know you know, some of this stuff sounds like far-fetched. Some of it sounds like somebody wrote a really good book, and it spread to a bunch of people, and a bunch of motherfuckers started believing it. But trust me, like I say all the time, the real world, the real physical world, the real, you know, spiritual world that we live in, is way, way, way more stranger than movies, bro. Way more stranger than movies. So, you know, you couldn't imagine the things that are actually going on in the spirit world that is trying to manipulate us into, you know, serving their agenda, basically, right? And so these spirits from the marine world, they get into human bodies and they just cause havoc. Now, we've talked about having sex in your dreams before on this channel. Well, we didn't talk about it much, but I brought it up. When you have sex in your dreams, you are not having sex with a real person. You ever wondered when you have, and a lot of us have had this happen. It's not often. It doesn't happen often. But when this does happen, this lets you know that somehow one of these spirits has entered your body, and they are causing you to have sex in your dream. You're having sex with the spirit. You're not having sex with a person. I've talked about this before, because look at this. When you having intercourse in your dream, right? Half the time, and tell me if y'all have, because I've never done it. It's happened to me before. It's happened, maybe 2 to 3 times before in my life. You don't see the face of the person you're having sex with, you know? In dreams, I've always seen the faces. Most of the time, in just a regular dream, I'll see the face. You know what I'm saying? When you're having sex in your dream, you never see the face of the person you're having sex with. And it's quite shocking. It's quite shocking to me, because if this has happened to y'all, please let me know. But I know it's happened to a lot of people, rather they'll be the ones watching this video or not. You don't see the face because that is a spirit that you're literally having sex with. Literally. And that is what these spirits do, because mentally that is like keeping you perverted. You see what I'm saying? You know, you could have went to bed that night and, you may have not even been thinking about sex. You may have not been thinking about anything. You know what I'm saying? Anything along those lines of like, being horny or whatever the case may be. But this spirit basically entered your dream and had sex with you. And this shit is real. It's crazy. It blows my mind damn near sitting here talking about it. You see what I'm saying? So that is just one of the ways that these spirits like to enter our bodies and, basically show their presence. Now, obviously, these spirits are responsible for anything that has to do with like sexual perversion. These spirits are responsible for you having random sex all the time. Rather it's protected, unprotected, or whatever. These spirits are responsible for that. They're responsible for lust. They're responsible for like damn near, you know, what we call the 7 deadly sins. They're damn near responsible for each of those sins. You know, you being like all about yourself, you know, you being angry all the time, you wanting to murder, you wanting to steal, you wanting to, you know, you just always going off on people. Those are marine kingdom spirits that are controlling you and manipulating you to act that way. When you can't control your emotions, those are spirits from the marine kingdom. You wouldn't even believe this one. When you stuck and you single for a long ass time and you can't find a partner and you like, damn, I just can't seem to find the right partner and do this and do that. I just can't seem to land into a good relationship. Guess what? That is a spirit of the marine kingdom manipulating you and basically controlling that outcome. That's why you can't get into a relationship. That's why you've been single for so long and it's just not working out. Rather you believe it or not, rather you rather you think that your temple is just clean and, you have nothing going on and, you don't invite these certain things into your life. They find a way to enter your life. And it's mostly like I've talked about in the previous video where I talked about soul ties and shit like that and sexual energy and all that. That is like the main way that they enter the body, through intercourse. But the thing is, spirits can attach to you from birth. They can choose you from birth and enter you immediately because they chose you. It doesn't have to be just you having sex with somebody and then, you started attracting these spirits into your life. They can choose you from birth and torment you until you find the strength in God and you start to denounce the spirits and you start to, pray that like warrior type of prayer to just dismiss these spirits, because that's what it takes. It's not something you can do alone, because, that's just like somebody addicted to sex or addicted to porn. These are things that mentally you cannot do on your own. It takes help. It takes the power of God. It takes you asking for help from the other side, from the spirit world. You got to understand that. And, I was just talking about that, with a very good friend of mine. And you know, talking about how, you know, we need help to do these kind of things, to get rid of these kind of attachments. And that brings me to another thing that the marine kingdom spirits are responsible for. They're responsible for attachments. No matter what you are attached to, you know, it doesn't have to just be a person. You know, if you attach to smoking weed every day, if you attach to drinking every day, you know, obviously if you're attached to this woman, if you're attached to this man, that takes me to women. Guess what else comes from the marine kingdom? Makeup, earrings, you know, all of the like, you know, all the extra shit that takes a woman from looking like her natural self and makes her look like, you know, she go from, you know, she looks regular, she looks normal, you know, no makeup. You know, that's her natural beauty, that's who she is. And, you know, she goes and, you know, she goes and cakes her face full of makeup. Rather you know it or not, you're being influenced by spirits. You see what I'm saying? You're being influenced by spirits because you're thinking that this makeup, you know, these extra, you know, piercings and all this other good shit, you know, just the little small things that women do, and, you know, that they do to make themselves, you know, just appeal more, you know, make themselves, it's mental. You know, they think they look better because they got this makeup on. You know, you don't want to rock your natural look. Those are all spiritual influences. You're being influenced by spirits to do that shit. You know what I'm saying? Rather y'all like how it sounds or not. You know, I'm not here to sugarcoat anything or try to, you know, bend the bush with you or anything. You know what I'm saying? That's just real, because at the end of the day, you know, we're supposed to look how we look, bro. You know what I'm saying? You're supposed to grow a damn whole beard and shit is all over the place. That's how you're supposed to look. You feel me? And that's why young girls at 13 and 12 years old playing in mom's makeup, playing in a big sister makeup. Why? Because they want to look grown. They want to look like the older women that are wearing makeup, but not knowing spirits are, you know, manipulating them to want to look grown, and you're 13 years old, you know? Although you may look at it and consider it like, you know, this is just a cycle. Little girls want to play in makeup and it's fun and it's this and that. But that's how deep the cycle runs. It's been going on so long that now, you know, women look at it as this is just what it is. You know, you got women that love fucking makeup. They make, you know, some make millions off of it. You see what I'm saying? And it's not to knock any of that. It's not to knock, you know, you having a career off of it or anything. But I'm just telling you what it is. You know what I'm saying? It's obviously not one of the, like, you know, biggest things to just, you know, be like, oh damn, you know, I got a spirit in my life making me put makeup on. You know, it's not the biggest thing to just worry about and maybe cancel out your life. But if you're not aware, you should be aware of it. Because I'll say this, you know, and I'll continue to say it. Bro, like, we are literally influenced by spirits at almost every level of our lives, bro. Everything. Like, it's almost to a point where it's uncontrollable. There's not going to be a point in your life where, you know, you can't say that you wasn't doing this and it wasn't good for you. You know, you're going to, like, at some point, you're going to be doing something that you wouldn't have been doing had you not invited this shit into your life. Because we always invite them into our lives with the choices we make on a daily basis. You know? But that doesn't go back to how I said these spirits can choose you from birth. They can choose you from a very young age to basically manipulate you and put you right, you know, right along with all the other sheep. You know what I'm saying? You know, got you from an early age, so you don't wake up from the truth. You don't wake up from what's real and what's really in the spiritual world till you like 35 years old. It's damn near too late. Well, don't get me wrong. It's never too late, but you know what I mean. You know, you've already been like, you know, you've already been hosted so long. It's gonna be so hard for you to break habits that, you know, you're gonna damn near see certain things as being impossible. And I get a lot of comments like that. People telling me that, you know, they really thank me for what I'm telling them. And, you know, they know it's gonna be hard to break certain habits because these spirits are, you know, they're holding on to you. And these habits that they've created through you is what you're trying to break away from. You see what I'm saying? So that is why the Marine Kingdom considers themselves to be, you know, like the most powerful kingdom, because they're like I said, damn near every spirit that, you know, manipulates us to do things that we wouldn't do without these, you know, demonic forces, without these dark forces being in our lives. You know what I'm saying? Bro, we wouldn't be doing any of it if it wasn't, you know, if it wasn't for these spirits, you know, that try to, you know, basically control every damn thing in our lives. You see what I'm saying? So yeah, these spirits, bro, you know, just to kind of wrap it all up, they 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 are in charge of everything, bro. And you know, most like sudden events that happen in our lives, um, and I'm talking about like negative events, you know, are a lot of the time influenced by a dark force. Rather you know it or not. Rather you can kind of, you know, wrap your head around what I'm saying. You know, I'm just saying this and putting it in the way that I am so that you can understand how much the spirit world, you know, manipulates our lives, you know. And when we're talking about the dark forces, you know, we're not talking about God's side of the spirit world. We're talking about, you know, these attachments that we have to things in this matrix, you know, and I'm basically trying to help you understand the reason why you are attached to whatever you are attached to. And for you to know, to not try to, you know, don't try and get over it alone. You know what I'm saying? Ask God for help. Ask God to rid you of these attachments, because I don't know what you're going through. I don't know what you're attached to. You know exactly what you're going through. You know what I'm saying? Don't try to do it alone. It's not going to work. It's not going to work. You know what I'm saying? I've talked about that before. You know, we constantly we constantly put things to the side that we know is not good for us. You know, we constantly put it to the side in hopes of continuing the attachment to the person or to whatever. You know, this applies to damn near everything. You know, you know, you know, smoking weed, you know, smoking gas and drinking and shit like that. You know, it ain't good for you. You know what I'm saying? But you constantly make excuses on why you should, or why, you know, why you gonna do it this day. You might stop the next day. Nah, but that cycle is just gonna continue, continue, continue. That goes with relationships. That goes with anything. So my final words is that you need to basically ask for help, and you will be released of these attachments. And I promise you, you'll be in the driver's seat again of basically your own life. You know what I'm saying? You'll be in the driver's seat. You'll be able to now manifest what you want in life. You know, the person that you want. You know, now you'll be able to choose what you want to give your attention to, what you want to become. Just, you know, what you decide to just make your own personal good attachment. You know what I'm saying? Just to you know, not make that sound too crazy. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, man. You know, I ain't gonna keep this video going too much longer. We already at 20 minutes right now. You know, I figured this was a pretty good topic. You know, because I've never really touched on truly, you know, where all these spirits come from. You know, where they reside in the spiritual world. And so yeah, man, there you have it. If y'all, if that kind of like piqued your interest about anything, I'm pretty sure it's probably things you could find maybe that I may have didn't touch on about the Marine Kingdom, but you kind of get the gist now. So any other points? Nah, I think that's it, man. So what's today? Today is Wednesday. Think I got a really dope video for y'all on probably Friday. I'll probably drop that video. I ain't gonna say what it is. I think y'all gonna like it though. And then Sunday, y'all already know what it is, man. Get started on this Capital Steez video. Got a lot of requests for that video, so y'all already know what's going on, man. It's Black Balloon, and I'm gonna see y'all in the next video.